The doorway back to Christmas magic. There are moments in life when something soft calls us back. Not to a place, but to a feeling. Something in us whispers, "You used to know this. You used to feel this. Come home." And for many of us, that whisper becomes loudest during the holidays. Christmas has a way of stirring memories we didn't know we were still holding. The lights, the music, the scent of winter air, the way trees glow at night. Everything seems to shimmer with a familiar ache. For some, it's a nostalgic sweetness. For others, it's a tenderness that rises like a quiet wave, carrying stories from long ago. You might feel it as a lump in your throat when you hear an old song. Or a strange sadness when you see families laughing in cafes. You might feel it as longing. Longing for something you're not even sure you ever truly had. This episode is a journey into that longing. A journey into the deeper meaning of Christmas magic. A journey back to the inner child. The part of you that felt everything with unfiltered honesty. Take a breath. Let yourself soften. Let your body settle wherever you are. Because today, we're going gently inward, to rediscover the magic you may have forgotten, but never lost. Christmas is more than a holiday. It is an emotional season. It is memory wrapped in wonder. It is nostalgia coated in light. It is the yearning for belonging, safety, innocence, and joy. And the inner child, your inner child, is always listening. Even now, as you hear these words, there might be a younger part of you leaning close, curious, hopeful, wanting to feel the warmth of the season again. This episode begins at the very heart of that longing. The child you once were. The magic you once believed in. The feelings you tucked away when you needed to grow up. And we begin with a simple truth. You did not lose your Christmas magic. You outgrew access to it. But it is still here, waiting for you. Why Christmas touches us so deeply. Christmas is a mirror. It reflects everything we once felt, everything we wished we had felt, and everything we still desire deep inside. For some, it brings memories of warmth, comfort, softness. For others, it highlights what was missing. Love, stability, safety, or belonging. No matter your history, Christmas is emotionally symbolic. It represents childhood. It represents innocence. It represents a world where magic felt possible. And the older we become, the more distant that magic can feel. The responsibilities pile up. The to-do lists grow. The pressures of adulthood dim the glow that used to live inside us. But the inner child never forgets. Not the joy. Not the wonder. And not the hurt either. That's why Christmas can feel overwhelming or emotional. Because the inner child is closest during this time of year. The inner child. The keeper of Christmas magic. Inside you lives a younger you. The one who saw beauty in small things. Who felt deeply. Who trusted easily. Who believed in miracles. Who waited for magic to arrive. The inner child is the keeper of wonder. The guardian of play. The holder of hope. When you feel something stir at Christmas, it's because that child is speaking. Whispering. Calling for you. And this episode is your invitation to listen. Not to fix anything. Not to change your childhood. Not to repair the past. But to reconnect. To return. To feel again. Because Christmas magic wasn't something you watched. It was something you felt. And feelings never disappear. They only hide until we come back for them. A moment to pause. Before we continue, place a hand over your heart. Just breathe. Slowly. Gently. And ask yourself, what did Christmas mean to me when I was small? Don't think. Just let the memories float up. Maybe it meant playing. Or singing. Or hoping. Or waiting for something special. Or longing for a moment that never quite came. Whatever arises, let it. No judgment. No right or wrong. Just awareness. Because the doorway back to inner child healing always begins here. With noticing. With remembering. With honoring what was and wasn't. And in this season, remembering becomes a form of magic in itself. Christmas magic isn't found. It's reawakened. People often think Christmas magic is lost when they grow up. But the truth is, it is still inside you, untouched. It's in the softness you feel when you see lights at night. It's in the tenderness that rises when you hear a childhood song. It's in the ache you feel when you wish life could be simpler, gentler, kinder. Magic never leaves us. We leave it, when the world becomes too sharp, too heavy, too demanding. But the child inside you, the one who once whispered wishes into the dark, is still waiting for you to return. Waiting for you to sit beside them again. Waiting for you to notice their excitement, their dreams, their fears. Waiting for you to remember how to feel joy without earning it. Wonder without explanation. Hope without evidence. And that is what today is about. A gentle return. A sacred remembering. A soft reopening of the heart. Because the inner child does not need a perfect Christmas. They do not need a perfect past. They only need you. Here now listening. The journey ahead. In part 2, we'll go deeper into the emotional landscape of Christmas. The longing, the wonder, the nostalgia, the ache. We'll uncover the ways your inner child shows up during the holidays, and how to gently reconnect with that part of you without fear or pressure. For now, let this settle in your heart. Christmas magic begins the moment you decide to remember the child within you. Returning to the child within. How holiday moments become doorways. There is something extraordinary about the holiday season. Something ancient in its warmth, something childlike in its glow. Even as adults, no matter how many responsibilities we carry, there are small moments in December that open a hidden door inside us. Maybe it's the gentle shine of a Christmas ornament, or the quiet hush of snow falling, or the unmistakable scent of pine drifting through the house. These moments have a way of reaching past our grown-up selves and touching something far younger, far softer, far more hopeful within us. Part 2 of this journey is about that moment of return, when you notice the inner child stepping forward, not to cause chaos or overwhelm, but to ask for something simple. To be seen, heard, and held with kindness. Today, I want to guide you into that space, where the holidays transform from a performance of joy into a remembering of yourself. The holiday season. A bridge between who you were and who you are. There is a reason holiday moments feel deeper than the rest of the year. They are full of sensory echoes. The taste of a cookie, the flicker of candlelight, the opening notes of a familiar song. All of it acts like a time machine, touching emotional memories stored in the body, not just the mind. Sometimes those memories are sweet. Sometimes they are complicated. And sometimes they are a mix of both. You might notice a sudden wave of tenderness, or sadness, or longing. You might feel unexpectedly small, sensitive, overwhelmed, or nostalgic. You might feel a sudden wish for simplicity, or magic, or just a sense of belonging you can't quite name. This isn't regression. This is recognition. Your inner child, your emotional memory, is responding to a season that once held so much meaning. Even if the holidays were painful or chaotic once upon a time, your younger self is still hoping, still reaching, still believing that this season could be different. Not perfect. Just kinder. And that's where healing begins. When the inner child appears. The subtle signs. Most adults don't realize how often the inner child rises to the surface during the holidays. We are taught to dismiss it, to stay mature, to keep everything together. But the truth is that many of our strongest emotional reactions during the holiday season are actually the voice of the younger self, whispering through the noise. Here are some of the most common signs. 1. Feeling small or overly sensitive. You might notice that something tiny, someone's tone, an unmet expectation, a change of plans, feels unexpectedly huge. This is not immaturity. This is old hurt speaking. 2. Overgiving or overperforming to feel loved. You might find yourself buying too many gifts, hosting too many gatherings, or saying yes when you're exhausted. This is the child who once believed love had to be earned. 3. Wanting to retreat or hide, even during celebrations. You may suddenly crave quiet, space, or solitude, even when surrounded by people who love you. This is the child who once felt overstimulated, forgotten, or out of place. 4. A longing for magic, awe, or wonder. You might crave simple, gentle pleasures. Twinkling lights, soft music, familiar rituals. This is the child who still believes in enchantment, and is asking you to believe too. 5. A mysterious ache or emotional heaviness. A feeling that has no words, but wants to be felt. This is the child remembering what was missing, and hoping for warmth today. Asking the most powerful question, how old do I feel right now? When you feel something big during the holidays, pause for a moment. Put a hand over your heart. Breathe gently. And ask yourself, how old do I feel right now? You may be surprised to discover that you feel 9 years old, or 6, or 13, or even 4. Emotions, especially unresolved ones, do not age the way the body does. When the feeling is big, heavy, sharp, or tender, the one experiencing it is usually young. This moment, this awareness, is the beginning of reconnection. You don't need to fix the feeling or make it go away. You simply need to notice who inside you is speaking. Because your inner child doesn't need a perfect holiday. They just need you. Holiday triggers are not failures. They are invitations. Many people feel shame when the holiday season brings up complicated emotions. They think, I'm too old to feel this way. I should be happier. Why can't I just enjoy the holidays like everyone else? What's wrong with me? But nothing is wrong with you. Holiday-triggered emotions are normal, human, valid. The holidays are a spotlight, illuminating what has been tucked away beneath the routines of everyday life. They bring to the surface what has been waiting to be acknowledged. You are not breaking down. You are breaking open. And something inside you is asking for tenderness. The inner child only asks for one thing: presence. It's not about recreating the perfect magical childhood moment. It's not about fixing your past or pretending everything was wonderful. It's not about forcing joy. Your inner child simply wants what they always needed. Someone who stays. Someone who listens. Someone who doesn't rush past their feelings. Someone who knows how to hold them with warmth. And the miracle of adulthood, and the miracle of healing, is that you can be that someone. You can be the one who finally shows up. You can be the one who finally says, I'm here now. I won't leave you again. You are becoming the adult your younger self deserved. And that is a kind of holiday magic that cannot be wrapped, bought, or performed. A guided moment. Meeting the younger you. If you are comfortable, close your eyes for a moment, or soften your gaze. Imagine yourself standing in a quiet winter scene. Maybe snow is falling softly around you. Maybe you're indoors, near a glowing Christmas tree or a warm fireplace. The air smells like cinnamon, pine, or something that feels like home. Now imagine you hear small footsteps behind you. And there they are, your younger self. They may be shy. They may be excited. They may be cautious, wounded, or unsure. But they are here. Notice how old they look. Notice the expression on their face. Notice how they hold themselves. Are they nervous? Hopeful? Curious? Now gently take a breath and offer them a soft smile. Let your presence be enough. You don't need to say anything profound. Just place a hand over your heart and whisper, I see you. I remember you. You don't have to be alone this holiday season. And watch how their shoulders release, even a little. Watch how their eyes soften. Watch how they begin to believe that maybe, finally, they are safe. This is the power of presence. This is the beginning of healing. Let the holidays become more than a celebration. Let this season be a doorway. A doorway into remembering. A doorway into reconnecting. A doorway into gentleness and inner peace. The holidays are not about performing joy. They are about allowing yourself to feel what is real. And what is real is this. There is a child inside you who never stopped hoping for warmth. Never stopped longing for softness. Never stopped believing in magic. And you, right now, in this moment, are learning how to give it to them. This is the heart of our journey. This is the awakening of the inner child. This is the quiet, glowing magic of coming home to yourself for the holidays. What your inner child needs from you now. There comes a moment in every healing journey when insight is no longer enough. You can understand your triggers, know your patterns, name your wounds. But the ache inside you won't soften until you offer yourself something deeper, something quieter, something more human. This part of the journey isn't about fixing anything. It's about meeting the child within you who has waited far too long for someone to show up. Most people don't realize this. Your inner child isn't stuck in the past. They live inside your present. They show up every time you feel abandoned over something small. Every time you panic when someone pulls away. Every time, I'm not enough, rises in your throat like a familiar poison. Every time you work too hard, give too much, or apologize for simply existing. They're not trying to cause chaos. They're trying to get your attention. And the moment you stop running from that small, frightened version of yourself, everything changes. 1. The first need. Safety through slowness. Your inner child doesn't need quick fixes. They need slow presence. Most of us were raised in environments where emotions moved too fast. Anger erupted fast, silence lasted too long, adults changed moods without warning, affection arrived unpredictably. When life feels like that, a child learns to stay alert, scanning for danger, always predicting the next shift. So when you slow down now, when you take one conscious breath, when you soften your shoulders, when you let your heart rate settle, you're teaching your inner child something revolutionary. You don't have to brace yourself anymore. Healing begins the moment you stop forcing yourself to push through, and instead whisper, "It's safe to pause now." Your body feels the truth before your mind does. 2. The second need. Consistency without conditions. Children trust what is repeated. As adults, we sometimes self-abandon the second something goes wrong. We break our boundaries, ignore our intuition, jump into relationships we aren't ready for, or overcommit ourselves because we fear disappointing people. From the outside, these look like adult decisions. But they're usually the responses of a child who learned. Love disappears if I don't comply. Safety disappears if I don't perform. Connection disappears if I don't overgive. This is why consistency is one of the greatest gifts you can offer yourself now. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be steady. Show up for yourself in small, repetitive ways. Drink water when you're thirsty. Rest when you're tired. Stop texting someone who treats you as an option. Protect your weekends from chaos. Say no when your chest tightens. Each small act teaches your inner child. You won't abandon me the way others once did. And that lesson is what rewires your entire sense of worth. 3. The third need. Permission to feel without being punished. Many of us learned early that expressing emotions caused disconnection. Maybe you were told you were too sensitive. Maybe your anger got you sent to your room. Maybe your tears made someone uncomfortable. Maybe your joy was too loud, so you learned to shrink it. Maybe your sadness made you feel like a burden. So as adults, you might now feel shame for your own emotions, even the gentle ones. But healing is not about becoming emotionless. It's about becoming emotionally safe. Your inner child doesn't need you to analyze the feeling. They need you to legitimize it. To say, you're allowed to be sad. You're allowed to be angry. You're allowed to want more. You're allowed to need comfort. Emotions become less overwhelming when they stop being forbidden. So if you feel something today, don't rush to hide it. Just let your younger self know. It's okay. You're allowed to feel what you feel. It's one of the most compassionate sentences you can give yourself, because it's likely the one you never heard enough growing up. 4. The fourth need. Repair after rupture. People often assume healing means you stop making mistakes. It doesn't. Healing means you repair the moment you realize you've hurt yourself. If you overworked yourself today, repair. If you ignored your intuition again, repair. If you texted someone you promised yourself you'd let go of, repair. If you judged yourself harshly, repair. Rupture is human. Repair is healing. Talk to yourself the way a kind adult would speak to a child who simply didn't know better. It's okay. Next time, we'll choose differently. I'm still here. Your inner child isn't afraid of mistakes. They're afraid of being punished for them. When you choose gentleness instead of self-blame, you break a generational pattern. You become the adult you always needed. 5. The fifth need. To be seen without having to perform. This might be the deepest need of all. Every child longs for one thing: to be noticed for who they are, not for what they do. Performance-based love creates adults who chase achievement, admiration, validation, and productivity as proof of worth. But unconditional love creates adults who can finally rest. So ask yourself gently, when was the last time you looked at yourself without evaluating? When was the last time you sat in a quiet room and said nothing critical? When was the last time you admired your softness instead of your accomplishments? Your inner child doesn't want you to shine for the world. They want you to witness them. To say, I see you. I hear you. You matter even when you're not performing. You're enough because you exist. When you offer that kind of presence, your entire sense of identity begins to shift. Not into someone new, but into someone whole. If there's one truth you take with you, let it be this. Your inner child isn't waiting for the world to love them. They're waiting for you. Not the version of you that is successful or healed or endlessly strong. They're waiting for the you that pauses, breathes, listens and says, "You don't have to wait anymore. I'm here now." Healing is simply a relationship between who you once were and who you're finally becoming. And that relationship can begin today. If this episode has stirred something tender inside you, if it's helped you meet the younger you with a little more softness, I want to offer you a deeper way to continue this journey. I've created a free mini ebook called Coming Home for the Holidays, a gentle inner child awakening. It's a quiet, comforting guide designed to help you reconnect with the parts of your heart that still long to be understood, held, and welcomed home. Inside, you'll find reflective prompts, soft grounding practices, and compassionate insights to help you feel safe returning to yourself, especially during seasons when emotions run high and old wounds resurface. Think of it as a warm light in your hands, reminding you that you are never too old, too late, or too lost to begin again. You're invited to download it at the description, take your time with it, and let it meet you exactly where you are. It's my way of saying, you deserve to feel at home in yourself, today, and every day that follows. Subscribe, like and share for more episodes from Book with Joys. Inner peace, self-worth, and emotional freedom.